Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, welcome to our special Tech Podcast episode. I'm Revan Zaran Aditya, my student ID number 192522089.
And I'm Elan Rismana, my student ID number 192509290. We hope you all are having a great day.
Today, we are doing something a bit unique for our final English segment. Instead of a regular presentation, we are bringing you a two-part academic talk show.
That's right. We will be diving in the digital infrastructure that literally runs the modern world. We are talking about how data moves, how device communicates, and how we stay connected every single second.
And to make things interesting, we are switching seats. For the first half, I'll be hosting and Elan will be our guest expert to break down computer networks.
And for the second half, I will take over the mic as the host, and Revan will step up to explain the hidden science behind email.
It's going to be packed with insight, so make sure to stick around until the end.
Alright Revan, the mic is yours, take it away for part 1.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to our academic podcast. I'm your host Revan. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important foundation of information technology, which is computer networks. Whether you're browsing social media, streaming movies, shopping online, or attending online classes, you are actually using a computer network. Joining me today is Elan. Welcome Elan.
Thanks Revan, I'm excited to be here. Computer networks are something we use every day, but most people only see the result, not the technology behind them. Without network, many digital services we rely on simple won't exist.
That's true. Most people only connect to Wi-Fi and expect everything to work instantly. Before we dive deeper, could you explain what a computer network actually is?
Sure. A computer network is a collection of two or more devices connected together so they can exchange data and smartphones, printers, server, routers, and many others. They communicate using protocols, which are basically a set of rules that ensure every device understands each other.
So protocols are like a common language between devices.
Exactly. Without protocol, device would know how to send or receive information correctly. One of the most widely used protocol sheets today is TCP or IP, which form the basis of the internet.
Interesting. Network also come in different size, right?
Yes, the most common types are LAN, MEN, and WAN. LAN stands for Local Area Network and is usually found in homes, schools, or office. MEN or Metropolitan Area Network cover an entire city. WAN or Wide Area Network connects devices across countries or even continents. The internet itself is the largest WAN in the world.
Speaking of the internet, one concept that students often hear is the client-server architecture. Can you explain what the means?
Of course, in the silent server model, in the client is the device requesting information, while the server is the device providing service of or resources. For example, when you open a website, your browser acts as the client. It sends a request to a web server. The server processes the request and sends back to the website content, including HTML, CSS, JavaScript, image, and data from database.
So every time we visit a website, this request and response process happens within seconds.
Exactly. It happens so quickly that user rarely notice it. The some concept is used in online games, banking application, cloud storage, and even video streaming platform.
Nowadays, cloud computing is becoming increasingly popular. Is cloud computing also based on computer networks?
Absolutely. Cloud computing relies heavily on network. Instead of storing files on our own computers, we store them on remote server connected through the internet. This allows us to access our files anytime and from almost any device.
That definitely makes work more flexible. However, with all this information constantly moving across networks, security becomes very important.
That's right. Every piece of the data traveling through a network has the potential to be instructed if it's not protected properly. That's why organizations implement network security measures such as firewall, encryption, virtual private network or VPNs, authentication system, and intrusion detection system.
Could you explain encryption in simple terms?
Encryption changes readable information into code information. Even if attacker manages to encrypt the data, they won't be able to understand it unless they have the correct decryption key.
Besides hackers, what other threats exist in computer networks?
There are many: malware, ransomware, phishing attacks, distribution denial of service or DDoS attacks, and terrorist attacks are among the most common threats. That's why organizations continuously monitor their network and update their security system.
What role do routers, and switches play in all of this?
Switches connect devices within the same local network, while router connect different network together. Routers determine the best path for data to travel from a network to another. Without them, communication across the internet won't be possible.
Technology is evolving very quickly. What trends do you think will shape computer networking in the future?
Several technologies are changing networking, including 5G, software-defined network, artificial intelligence for network management, Internet of Things, and edge computing. As billions of devices become connected, network must become faster, smarter, and more secure.
That's fascinating. It shows that computer networks are not just cables and Wi-Fi signal, but an entire ecosystem supporting modern digital life.
Exactly. A strong network infrastructure is essential for business, education, healthcare, banking, and almost every industry today.
Thank you very much for your sharing your knowledge, Elan. That was a very insightful discussion about computer networks. Okay,
Thank you.
goodbye.
Welcome back everyone. We are now moving to our second discussion. This time I'll be your host and Revan will join us guest. Today's topic is electronic mail or email. Although many people now use messaging application, email remains one of the most important communication technologies. Welcome Revan.
Hello, thank you, Alan. I'm happy to be here. Email has been around for decades. Yes, it continues to play an essential role in education, business, and government institutions.
Many students use email only to submit assignment or receive announcement. Why is email style considered so important today?
One major reason is professionalism. Unlike instant messaging, email provides formal communication with a permanent record. Organizations use email because every message can be documented, archived, and verified. This makes communication more reliable and accountable.
So email is much more than simply sending message.
Exactly. Email is also used for account verification, password recovery, business negotiation, customer support, meeting invitation, newsletter, and
Okay.
official announcement.
Okay. Let's talk about the technology behind it. How does an email actually travel from one person to another?
When you compose an email and click send, your email client communicates with an outgoing mail server using SMTP, which stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. SMTP transfer the message to the recipient
Yes.
mail server. After that, the recipient access the email using IMAP or POP3.
What's difference between IMAP and POP3?
IMAP keeps email synchronized across multiple devices. If you read an email on your smartphone, it will also appear as a read on your laptop. POP3 downloads email to one device and often remove from the server, making synchronization more limited.
That explain why IMAP is more commonly used today.
Exactly. Since many people use multiple devices, IMAP offers much greater flexibility.
One thing, everyone expressions is spam emails. Sometimes they contain advertisement, fake price, or phishing attempts. How do email service detect the message?
Modern email provider use intelligent spam filtering system. The system analyze millions of emails using machine learning algorithm. They evaluate sender reputation, suspicious links, unusual keywords, attachment, message structure, and user behavior. Based on this pattern, the system prediction with whether an email is legitimate or spam.
So, data science also plays an important role here.
Definitely, machine learning model is continuously improved by learning from enormous data sets. Every time user mark message as spam or not spam, the filtering system becomes more accurate.
Besides spam, phishing has become a serious cybersecurity issue.
That's correct. Phishing emails try to trick user into revealing passwords, banking information, or personal data by pretending to be trust organization. That's why users should always verify the sender email address, avoid clicking suspicious links, and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible.
Speaking of authentication, how does email stay secure?
Security is achieved through several technology. Encryption protects the content during transmission. Authentication protocols verify the sender identify. Secure server configuration and digital certificates also help prevent unauthorized access.
Many companies also use custom email domains. Why is that important?
Using a company domain such as uh, name at company.com, milestone name at company.com increases credibility, improve branding, and allows organization to manage employee accounts securely. It also supports better access control and centralized administration.
What development do you expect for email in the future?
I believe artificial intelligence will become even more integrated.
Okay.
AI can automatically organize emails, summarize long conversation, suggest replies, detect phishing attempts more accurately, and prioritize important message based on use behavior.
So, despite all the new communication platform, email continues to evolve instead of disappearing.
Exactly. Email remains one of the most trusted communication system because it's reliable, secure, and supported by well established international standards.
Okay, thank you, Revan. Today discussion has shown that email is much more complex than simply sending and receiving message. There is an entire system of protocol, server, security machine, and the intelligent algorithm working behind the screen.
Thank you, Evan. It was a pleasure discussing this topic.
And thank you to everyone for watching and listening to our podcast. We hope you learned something new about computer network and email. See you in your next
Bye-bye.
discussion. Bye bye.